Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Special Events, or something. So it's Starlight Celebration, yes, it's the very last day to do it, and I'm rushing to do it in the last few hours, which thankfully is enough time. So, that is the wrong thing to target. Festive Fiasco. The adventure, I take it. Why, it's as if the saint himself sent you to me. Oh, but there I go again. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Aranji, and it is my honor to serve as celebrant for the Starlight Celebration. That said, I'm afraid I must apologize. There has been a bit of a rub, you see, and as such, we're not quite ready to kick off the festivities as of yet. How shall I put it? Our troubles began when we encountered some unexpected delays in deciding on a theme for this year's event. Things spiraled from there, and as a result, we've been left with far too much to do in far too little time. As a result, we celebrants have been forced to recruit helpers of all stripes, from small children to strapping adventurers like yourself. Speaking of which, you wouldn't perchance be able and willing to lend us a hand, would you? I mean, it's what I'm good at, right? Just getting dragged into every mess. Oh, thank you, my friend. I dare say your generosity truly embodies the Starlight season. Without further ado, allow me to explain the tasks we would ask of you. Ho ho ho! It seems you've found the most promising helper for me again this year. Another adventure, and I suppose this one too will also be wanting some kind of reward for their services. I say, sometimes I wonder if this whole Starlight business is worth the effort and the coin we pour into it year after year. Must you be such a killjoy, my young friend? Just look at the faces of the children around you while each year they spend moons waiting in eager anticipation of this most joyous of seasons and the most delightful presents they will receive. Yes, the presents, worthless trinkets, foisted off on naive young fools in hopes of making them forget the mundanity of their everyday existences. If we truly wanted to bring joy to people, would it not be more prudent to invest in things that might actually improve the quality of their daily lives? Allow me to introduce Camlito Halito, first son of the prominent family of surveyors in Ulda. He has journeyed here all the way from the Sultanate to help us prepare for this year's festivities. Standing beside him is the Saint of Nymea himself, a man who no doubt needs no introduction. Let me state for the record that I did not come here merely to deck the streets with gaudy lights and trinkets. I initially proposed to Father that we do away with this mummery and transform this festival as something that would contribute more directly to the mutual economic prosperity of our nations and the realm as a whole. But did he listen? No. He simply muttered something about how he didn't raise his son to be a stuffy spoiler and all, but demanded that I accompany more men. The Saint of Nymea him here to learn something about holiday cheer, whatever that's supposed to mean. Come now, Camlito, I understand that you are serious about your family business, but I dare say it would not hurt for you to lighten up from time to time. Here, perhaps this will put a smile on your face. Do you mean that truly? If I help you, I get a present too? But of course, my dear child, behold the twinkle box. Tucked beneath the many lids of this casket are hidden all manner of delightful wares. Why, they've been fashioned especially for this year's festivities by some of the realm's most celebrated crafters. And for every task you complete, you will earn the opportunity to pop off one of its lids and help yourself to the contents within. And that's just the start of it. Needless to say, there will be even more glorious gifts in store for you when the preparations are complete and the festivities can kick off in earnest. You can think of this chest as something to tide you over in the meantime, and as our way of thanking you for lending us celebrants a helping hand in our time of need. What do you say, child? Wow, this is wonderful. Mother and father say I have to help out around the house during Starlight, so I don't know if I can come back. But of time to help now. Just say what you need and leave it to Izane to get things done. Izane, is it? What a generous girl you are. Thank you ever so much. Izane, we prepared some very special presents for adventurers like you as well, so I hope you can collect and enjoy them all. Yes, yes, isn't that also special? Now, if we're done getting all giddy about trifling baubles and toys, I should be getting back to work. Those starlight trees aren't going to decorate themselves, after all. Now then, if you're ready to get started, simply head west from the amphitheater and speak to my colleague stationed before the water wheel hut. She'll be happy to explain all you need to know to get started. Alright. Let us... Well, toss on Fist of Wind so I can maybe move a little bit faster. Let's go the right way, too! Ah! I'm like, that way, no. Follow the quest marker already. Yeah, it might be a little early right now. I may not have gotten good sleep, and I'm tired, but I need to get this done. An adventure I was expecting an insane, but I suppose you'll suffice. I'd like you to get to work immediately, taking down the decorations nearby. Hold your chocobos, it's not as if we're calling the celebration off. It's simply that, well, you met Camlito Halito, yes. He was in charge of this area, and let's just say his sense for what's appropriate for Starlight leaves something to be desired. I can handle things here by myself, so I ask that you head to the Conjurers Guild and take down any seasonally inappropriate decorations you might find. When you're through, you can bring in the inappropriate ornamentation back here to me, and I'll see that it's properly stored away. Oh boy. I can only imagine. Let's get these. Wait, that's a pumpkin! What the heck? What the heck? That was a pumpkin. What? Oh, these are Easter eggs! One more. What do we got? Oh, we got the Moonfire Fair. Some bombs. That is me stuck on scenery. So let us... head this way. What? Not too far though. I can handle things here. Yes. Ah, yes, I should do it then. Same here, finished cleaning up her assigned area as well, in half the time, I might add. Did you see some of those so-called decorations? It's as if that man has never attended a single day's worth of Starlight festivities in his life. At any rate, I suppose I'll see to it that the ornaments you took down are replaced with something more festive. In the meantime, I'd appreciate if you could report to Om in my stead. Of course, leave it to me! Alright, well that finishes up that quest. Thank you for all your help, friend. I suppose we'll get our act together one of these years. In the meantime, we truly appreciate your saintly efforts in helping us see that every child has a smile on their face for Starlight. Allow me also to apologize on Camlito's behalf for all the extra work he created for you. That boy has much to learn, yes, but I've no doubt that he will come to understand what the spirit of this season is all about in due time. In the meantime, allow me to express my gratitude for all you've done in true Starlight fashion with a present from the Twinkle Box. Go ahead, help yourself, and remember, there are more gifts waiting for you if you're feeling inclined to lend your aid again. Upon completing each of the tasks assigned to you by Garamji, you may open one of the lids of the Twinkle Box and help yourself to one of the presents inside. So they say you can open one of them, but you have to do it in order. And we get fireworks! Yay, fireworks! So excited. we get numero 5. Yay. I'm so excited. Oh, and lest I forget, I'm not the only one who truly appreciates your efforts. Far from it. We've been receiving messages from the realm over thanking you and your fellow adventurers for all you do for the people of Eorzea each and every day. My colleague Banfield here in the amphitheater is holding on to all of them, or onto them all. So if you're curious, simply say the word. He'd be happy to share the words of your appreciation and good cheer. Missives of gratitude from across the realm of arrived in time for Starlight season. A new letter will be available to read each time preparations for the festivities are successfully completed, so be sure to take a break from your efforts from time to time and speak with Banfield. I'll do that when we actually complete all the preparations. Starlight Slapdashery. I'm heartened to see you've decided to stick around. Apparently there's another set of decorations that aren't quite up to snuff. Would you mind helping Asane look into the matter and fix things up? I've asked her to wait just outside the amphitheater. Yep, leave it to me. Just leave it to me. Oh, hello there. When I was on my way back before, some of the townspeople told me there was something strange with the snowman over by the Shaded Bower. Camlita was in charge of those as well. I know that he's new to all this, but how hard can it be to make a snowman? Do you want to build a snowman? And I just got copyright claimed. Anyhow, let's go and see what's wrong, shall we? I'll race you there. Yeah, you get a head start. Don't fear. Not fair. Well, let's get over there at any rate. Oh yeah, the snowmen appear to be backwards. They're shy, that's all this. There's something strange about these snowmen, yes, but I can't quite put my finger on it. What do you suppose it is? They're shy. That's all it is. They're just shy. The snowmen seem to be facing in all directions. Something straight so the Starlight festivities might proceed in good order. If you want to take another look from a distance, just ask me. Yeah, well, there's also an easy way to do this. Let's just turn them clockwise till they're the right way. Alright, so that's facing forward. I mean, I'm gonna be slightly faster way to do it counterclockwise, but, alright, so that's forward, and finally... Good enough. The snowmen are now facing straight so as to welcome customers to the shops. Yeah, see? Once you get the last one in the right way, it's like, oh yeah, we're good, we're good. Now one snowman's kind of like, Wow, it's as if the snowmen are all smiling, except that one over there on the left. And then, funny is saying, who would have thought that turning them around a bit could make such a difference? Anyone. Yeah, just leave it to me. That's what I'm good at, turning snowmen around. Oh, it's you two. Whatever are you doing lolling about here? I've already finished my latest task. Behold, take notes, and perhaps one day you'll be able to work as efficiently. Once again, Kemley, those decorations strike you as leaving something to be desired. I believe the word you're looking for is slapdash? Why the sheer nerve? Might I remind you that you people are lucky a personage of esteemed as esteemed as myself has deigned to assist with such menial tasks. And In a just world, I would be placed in charge of the entire event, and you would be assisting me. That is where my true talents lie, not making silly snowmen and putting lights on trees. You don't know the first thing about Starlight. That's why all your decorations were such a mess until this adventure and I fixed them. What nonsense is this? It's true, she actually understands what Starlight is all about. She wants everyone who takes part in the festivities to feel the joy of the season, and it shows in the care she puts into every little task. Don't you care about making others happy, or even being happy yourself? Why, I haven't seen you smile once the whole time you've been here. What? I came here to do a job and against my will. Perhaps putting up these ridiculous decorations enough to amuse a child like you, but I am a man grown. So what if I'm a child? I actually care about Starlight. My decorations will put smiles on more faces than yours ever will. Smiles this, happiness that. Be honest, Starlight's all about getting presents, yes. Then why don't I give you some coin? With money you can buy whatever you want. I don't want your stupid money. I'm going back. Making a poor child cry. Consider me unimpressed, Kimlito. And yet, I cannot help but feel that there is more to that child's situation than meets the eye. I shall inquire further. In the meantime, pray return the Garangium and apprise her of your progress. Perhaps I could stand to take my work a bit more seriously. I guess this is slightly faster. Slightly. Welcome back, friend. Thanks to your tireless efforts on our behalf, I am pleased to report that we are closer than ever to getting the festivities in full swing. Don't forget to help yourself to another present from the Twinkle Box. I dare say you've more than earned it. So, let's just open up the next one, which is more fireworks! Yay! More fireworks! She's so happy to give us some fireworks. Our thank you letter has arrived. The true spirit of Starlight. Thanks in no small part to your tireless efforts, I dare say we're on track to begin the festivities sooner than I had anticipated. That said, I fear there's still more work to be done. If only I weren't so utterly useless. Did you say something, Kimlito? Me? Oh, it was nothing. Nothing at all. At any rate, the next job I'd like to entrust you is preparing the tree. Speak to my colleague in the Acorn Orchard over in New Gridania, and she'll be happy to brief you on the task at hand. In other words, over at the Botanist Guild. Because where else would you have trees besides this entire forest? Hey, that snowman looks like it wants to throw some snowballs. At least if I remember right, this is at the Botanist Guild. Better be right. I am not, because this isn't Old Gridania still. It's over at the Carpenter's Guild. Gosh dang it. Carpenters, Botanist, same thing. Are you here to help? Remarkable, splendiferous even. I've just been inspecting the trees that have been put up around town and I couldn't help but notice that something was amiss. See here, part of the trunk has been gnawed away as if by an animal or the like. Were any more damage to be done to the tree, it might fall over, and that would be most perilous for any small child who happened to be standing beneath it at the time. I had a mind to call for a skilled woodworker that perhaps they might examine the trees and reinforce it for us. Might I ask you to head over to the Carpenter's Guild in my stead? This adventurer will be going, you say. I suppose that means you won't be needing me? Very well, then I shall inspect the other trees or the like. Hey, it's the stone cold face snowing again. Just like Yep, over here. Oh there! What brings you to Carpenter's Guild during this season of celebration, friend? Some cute little woodland creatures have been chilling away at your starlight tree, you say? Well, that won't do at all. I dare say this calls for an investigation. Back and forth and back and forth. I cannot thank you enough, my friend. Clearly you have summoned a carpenter of surpassing skill. I am most relieved to know that the children of Gridania need not fear any falling trees as they open their presents this starlight season. Ah yes, I forgot to tell you, while you were visiting the guild on my behalf, Kamalito Halito was kind enough to go about inspecting the other trees in the area. I'm pleased to report that he assures me that not a one shows any suspicious gnawing or tooth marks. He's a rather dour fellow, isn't he? And yet it would seem he takes his work quite seriously. I dare say I was rather impressed at how closely he examined each and every trunk with such a painstaking eye. He mentioned that he was heading back to the amphitheater after finishing the job. Why, he didn't even stick around long enough to allow me to thank him for his efforts. Might you be so kind as to pass along a simple message of gratitude on my behalf? Okay. Oop, he's back here. Hello. Can't help but feel that something is missing, yet what could it be? Kamalito was staring so intently at the snowman that it seems he might run a hole clear through its body. I know, mayhap a necklace of the finest gold with a sparkling gem inlaid would give it a glamorous appearance befitting the season. But no, I might appreciate that, but I'm not a child of Gridania. I must put myself in their shoes. Whatever sort of snowman would bring a smile to their faces. Are you still thinking about what the saint said? Of course not. I could not care less about the idle musings of children. I simply thought that perhaps my masterwork here could be benefit from a finishing touch, that's all. Who am I fooling? It's true. I haven't stopped thinking about what the girl said for bells now. Here I thought I would come here and put together a festival for the ages, and as it turns out, I can't even make a single child happy. Hells, I'm only making myself miserable as well. And yet, I must not give up hope. There is still time for me to do my job right, to earn the right to open the chest of presents and claim the glory that is rightfully mine. And so I got to thinking, that child was looking at the snowman with the most intense gaze, was she not? So, no doubt she saw something that has managed to escape me. Forgive me, I suspect my work here might take longer than expected. Pray report to Garangi ahead of me and tell her I shall be along in due time. Please walk 10 feet away and report for me. Basically. Welcome back, Fred. Another job well done, I am pleased to say. Well, what are you waiting for? Help yourself. You've more than earned it. Yay. Kamalito's still putting the finishing touches on the snowman, you say? Dare I dream that he's come to understand the true spirit of starlight at last? For indeed, the season isn't just about gaudy lights, toys, and trinkets. If every last child is not able to find something of joy here, we have not done our duty. To make that possible, we must first find a reason to rejoice for ourselves. Our smiles light up the faces of the children, who in turn warm our hearts, yet further allowing us to spread happiness across the realm. It is that cycle of giving and receiving, that ever-expanding circle of peace and joy that embodies the true soul of the Starlight season. So take your present proudly, my friend. Let it fill your heart with pure satisfaction that you might have happiness aplenty to share with your fellow adventurers, and indeed, Eorzeans the realm over. More fireworks! Yay! I'm so excited. Fireworks! Our thank you letter has arrived. One happy family. Oh my goodness. Starlight waits for no one. Without further ado, I would entrust you with the most vital task in preparing for the festivities. Simply speak to my colleague stationed past Epkalu Falls on the way to the residential district to the north. Alright, let's head up to there. It's like in between here and the Lancers Guild, so I'm just gonna go from here, I guess. Seems like a good plan to me. My sprint almost got me there. Almost. That's all for your aid. Well, I suppose we could put you to use. Perhaps you've seen the snowmen around the area? Well, the truth is, we employ a little bit of sorcery to make sure they don't go melting in the event of untimely warm weather. To that end, I'd ask you with stuffing one of these here fragments of what we call eternal ice inside each one of them. If you could see to the ones near the Mana District north of here, Satan and I will take care of those by the Lancers Guild. Pray meet us there when you're done. Sorry. Got the hair. Okay. There we go. So let's just simply head up here and help out these scintillating snowmen. So that's 1, 2. From above, that almost looks like it had horns. I'm like, wait, what? And back over to the Lancers Guild. Just generally over to the Lancers Guild. Speaking is difficult, okay? I think we've established this by now. Like, oh my gosh. And with that, I do believe our job is done. Hooray! I trust you've seen to your snowmen as well. Excellent. I'll survey the area one last time to make sure we haven't overlooked anything, so pray go on ahead of me and report back to Omgarangi. Say, Mrs. Adventurer, is there a special someone you'll be spending the Starlight season with this year? I have someone in mind. Oh, is that so? Then we best make the decorations extra pretty just for them, yes? I always used to come with Mother and Father, but they, are busy this year. That's why I decided to make myself useful and help out with the preparations. I had a mind to make a giant snowman just for them, that we could all come see together. I think they need to stay at home, so, well, I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Oh, but I should get back to work. See you around, Mrs. Adventurer. As the saying races off, your mindress the Countess Halito, who you believe you last saw at Mikato's amphitheater. How does he fare with his allotted task? find out. Why, hello there, Usain. I was just putting together another snowman of my own. What do you think? Have I redeemed myself? Oh, it's wonderful! I was thinking how the snowman looks so lonely. Now he has a friend. Let's make one more. Yeah, another, you say? Indeed. I suppose we have nothing better to do until the next delivery of ornaments arrives. Very well then, to work. Well, it appears I will be occupied for a while here yet. You've completed your task, yes? If you would be so kind, I would ask that you report to Omkaranji for both of us. Yep. Another task completed, and in spectacular fashion, I have no doubt. Just think of how many smiles you put on the children's faces today. Take your reward, friend. I dare say you've earned it. Only one left! Because we're getting more fireworks. Yay! If it would not be too much to ask, we are in need of more snowman decorations. I have made an executive decision to build one more. With pleasure. I shall see that the necessary supplies are procured straight away. That said, color me surprised, Camlito. Could it be you finally gotten into the spirit of the season after all? One could say that, I suppose. At first, I simply saw this decorating as menial labor, a trifling task for beneath one of my station. And yet, seeing the twinkle in young Usain's eyes every time I make a snowman or hang up a glittering star, I began to sense that I was part of something far larger than I ever imagined. Before long, I realized the truth that every one of my actions, no matter how humble, were indispensable in bringing good cheer to the hearts of the children in this realm. And perhaps, more importantly, that such acts were diminished if performed without similar sentiments in my own heart. Yet I fear that in realizing this, I have been consumed by the sheer responsibility of these tasks to the point that I feel almost petrified with a great desire to get everything just right. Oh, worry not, my friend. There's still plenty of time to polish your creations to perfection before the festivities kick off in earnest. As long as you've got that Starlight spirit in you, you're more than fine in my book. At any rate, our job is almost done, but that's all the more reason we can't afford to slack off or compromise until we've seen to the last of the preparations. The children are counting on us, my friends. Our thicky leather has arrived. Wish upon a starlight. Listen up, my favorite helper. It's time to bring some starlight magic to the Great Loam Growery. Seek out my splendiferous colleague there. She'll be more than happy to share with you all you need to know. Okay, so here's where I was thinking the Botanist Guild. I knew you went there. I just didn't realize it was this late. Ah, it's you again. Your assistance is most welcome, friend. I've been handing out our wreaths for the town folks to decorate their front doors, but it would seem our supply has fallen woefully behind the demand. A most generous individual at the Botanist Guild has agreed to donate some of their loveliest works to our cause. Might trouble you to make the trip there and procure them for us. You know, it's literally just right up there. Okay. What else do I have to do, right? I don't have a world to save or anything, so... yeah, no. Things I'm good at. Gain still convinces. Receipt day, but of course we've more than enough for one and all of this Starlight. Pray take as many as you need with my blessing. Give the celebrants my best regard. A most generous individual. Yes, yes, yes. Here you go. just look at all these lovely wreaths the growers of botanist skill are nothing if not generous. At any rate, this should more than suffice. Thank you, friend. Look, that adventurer is helping to get ready for Starlight. Elaine told me that she is too. She says that every time she visits his house, she gets a special present. I should have helped out too. Elaine, you say? The poor child. I can't even imagine working so hard with all the hardships she now faces at home. Hardships, you say? What is it that troubles the girl, pray tell? I fear I'm not privy to all the details, but word has it her parents have not left the house in ages. Elaine's always running about town all on her own. She puts on a strong face, but I can't help but worry that she's suffering more than she lets on. It wasn't always like this, mind you. I remember often seeing the three of them together. Her father cut a tall, dashing figure, always adorned his head with a stylish hat. Her mother had the gentlest of smiles and was always clad in garb and matching patterns that she fashioned herself. Seeing such a lovely family walk the streets together was always such a heartwarming sight. Sadly, for whatever reason, is a sight we see no longer. That's most troubling indeed. Pray forgive me. I hadn't the slightest idea that anything was amiss when the girl came to offer her aid. I must have a chat with her. Ah, but the host of lovely wreaths have just arrived from our friends at the Botanist Guild. Pray help yourself to whichever strikes your fancy. Forgive me, your work here is done. Pray return to Omicron and collect your reward. You most certainly earned it. Yeah. I'm excited to get more fireworks. I don't know if I've earned so many fireworks. Do I even want so many fireworks? That's the question. Well, if it isn't my favorite helper, I thank you most sincerely for yet another job well done. Well, what are you waiting for? Help yourself to another person from the Twinkle Box. Yay, more fireworks! Woohoo! You are way too happy to give me fireworks. Have the additional snowman decorations arrived yet by chance? I'm most eager to get started on my latest masterwork. That's the spirit, and indeed they were delivered not moments ago. Splendid, in that case, Elaine and I shall get to work at once. Ho ho ho! That's the kind of good cheer I like to see. Yes, it would appear that the Starlight Celebration is in good hands again this year. Yes, your colleague had mentioned some troubling news about young Elaine, so I took it upon myself to do some research into the matter. Whatever is the matter? Is the child okay? The girl is fine, but if her dear father is less so, stricken with a grievous malady, he lies bedridden, with Elaine's poor mother tending to him every waking moment of the day. That is most distressing indeed. The poor girl. She never said as much, but doubtless she works as hard as she does in order to procure the medicine for her father it so desperately needs. Sadly, matters are not so simple. The illness her father suffers from, sadly, is a common one these days, and the said demand for medicine greatly outstrips the supply. No matter how diligently the girl works to earn the coin she needs, there is simply not enough of the remedy to go around. Indeed, though opening the twinkle box may light up her eyes, I can only imagine that what she truly wants for Starlight is to soothe her dear father's pain. If only there were some way we could help her do just that. Well, there may be naught we can do to heal what ails the man. Perhaps we might be able to offer Elaine and her family a bit of Starlight cheer in this trying time. The girl has been a most dutiful and generous little helper for us this season, has she not? If we were to find some way to dedicate this year's Starlight Celebration to her and her loved ones, and in doing so make it the most spectacular success it's ever been, mayhap that might lift their spirits. Dedicate the celebration to her? An admirable idea, I agree, but however might we do that? 2 words. Stupendous? Snowman. of her wish to make a snowman of incredible size, you say? No wonder she took such an interest in my masterpiece. As for the medicine, let me contact my associates and see if there's aught that might be done. In the meantime, I trouble you to see to the decoration of our final and most spectacular snowman. I'm confident that you understand what would bring joy to Sane's heart more than anyone. Oh, but it would seem you've already collected all the Twinkle Box has to offer. Pray, forgive my presumption. I suppose you'll be leaving us to return to far more important matters. Rewards. 'Tis not about the rewards, you say. Truly, you are the very embodiment of the Starlight Spirit, a veritable incarnation of Naimea herself. Another missive of thanks has arrived from one of your numerous admirers. Starlight smiles. I see fireworks. At long last, our preparations have almost come to an end. All that remains is to put the finishing touches on the mother of all snowmen and give our dear little Sane a Starlight present she'll remember for a lifetime. And with that, shall we be on our way? I'm ready if you are. Now let's get to work, shall we? I've prepared an assortment of decorative materials for the occasion, so feel free to let your imagination run wild. That said, we mustn't forget who our audience is. What sort of snowman do you suppose would most warm Lila Sane's heart? Ah, yes, you were saying how concerned she was that the smaller snowman might be lonely, yes, and how happy she was when he got a friend? Perhaps there's a hint to be had there. What sort of decoration would make a Sane happiest of all? Give it some thought, and I've no doubt you'll be struck with inspiration. Reflect on all you've learned to decorate the snowman as best you can to delight your fellow helper. As the townspeople tell it, Sane's father is a tall, dashing type and rarely seen without his favorite hat. Her mother, on the other hand, was known to prefer wearing matching patterns. And those are our hints for how to decorate these. So, the left one is our mother. So let's go ahead and do a red knit hat combined with a red scarf. And that's good. Go to the beaming one. Let's take a black silk hat combined with a green scarf. Now fully decorated, this three snowmen appear as if they were a family. Just looking at them warms your heart, and you can only hope a Sane feels the same way. Return to Umgarangi and let her know your task is done. You've truly outdone yourself, my friend. This is nothing short of a masterpiece. I have no doubt a Sane will be overjoyed at the sight of your little snowman family. So this actually had me stumped originally when I did it on my main character, just because I was like, what the heck do I give the guy? I was like, matching. It's like, yeah, just use the other two items. Marvelous, simply marvelous. Well, I am partial to my own creations. I can do nothing but tip my cap to your superior aesthetic sensibilities. Oh, I've seen many a snowman in my day, but never one that warms the cockles of my heart quite so much as your merry little snowman family. Truly you are a snowman artisan of the highest order. Heh heh heh. Look, the snowman has a mommy and a daddy. What is just like a family? Our family! Oh, how happy she must be. Did you make this, Camilo? I only helped here and there. Ari deserves all the credit. How do you like it, Asane? I dare say a little snowman isn't lonely anymore. Oh, yes, now that I know she's not alone, I can leave her to enjoy Starlight with her family while I return home to my own. I'm sorry for making you do all this for me when you were already so busy yourself. Can you forgive me? I am the one who should be asking for forgiveness, my child. After all, it is you who taught this stuffy, overly serious fool what the true meaning of Starlight was all about. I may not be able to stay for the celebration. This has already been the best Starlight ever. Thank you so much for letting me help. I'll treasure the presents from the Twinkle Box forever. Carmelito, if you would. But of course, those presents were simply to show you our appreciation for your help. Of course, we have another present, and this one's just for you. Or perhaps I should say, for your dear father. Could it be? As it so happens, the Cinnamon here happens to be a patron of the apothecary that produces this medicine. When he shared your story with the proprietor, they simply insisted that we deliver this to you straight away. What's more, they have at long last discovered the means by which they can produce the remedy in vast quantities. Rest assured that all those who are suffering as your father is will have succor soon enough. Speaking of your father, my child, I took the liberty of delivering my first dose to him in person. From the looks of it would seem you may well be able to enjoy the celebration after all. I dare say that your dear father may even be feeling well enough to join you. Truly? A medicine that not even all the money in the realm can buy. It is truly a Starlight miracle. Yes, this season has taught me much. Coin is but a means to an end, not a goal in and of itself. If it is not used to bring a smile to those who need it most, it has little more value than a lump of coal. Ho ho, I dare say you've come far in this short time, Carmelito. Your father will be most proud to hear of this, I'm sure. Yes, you will prove a worthy successor to him, I am sure. About that, Lorda, good saint, sir, I've decided not to take over father's business after all. It surprised me as well. Over the course of preparing for Starlight, I could feel my heart changing. Now, I am as certain of it as anything. When I return to Ulda, I mean to devote my efforts to doing all in my power to alleviate the plight of those who were not blessed with my privileges. Oh ho, I misjudged you, my boy. You have matured far, far beyond even my wildest expectations. So much so, in fact, that I dare say your father will have a stern word or two from me. At any rate, I'm not returning anywhere until celebrating Starlight to the falls with the children of Gridania. Is Sane here first among them, of course. That's the spirit, and with that, I can finally present you and Arya with the greatest gift of all, the one I've been waiting to give you from the start. Let me hazard a guess. The smiles of the little ones, yes? Clearly, a Starlight spirit has taken hold in your heart now. And with that, the moment we've been waiting for is finally at hand. Without further ado, let the festivities begin! Yippee! Woohoo! Another missive of thanks has arrived. Snow day! So we actually got a new mount. Yay! I'm also gonna go ahead and use this because I'm here. So, while I'm here, thank you for your invaluable aid, friend. The Starlight festivities never could have happened without you, and my colleagues and I are far from the only ones who appreciate your efforts. Letters have arrived from across the realm to thank you for your generosity. Just see for yourself. So, let's do this. Doing your part to assist in the Starlight festivities, Arya. Let old Baderon tell you these fresh off the boat adventurers that show up here these days could learn a thing or two from you. All about the glory, those types are. Working the fields of Summerford, but I want to save the world. Ha, mayhappy you should learn to avoid becoming Gollum first, I say. But you're different. You understand that putting a smile on even one lonely child's face is as heroic a deed in its own right as fending off a fleet of pirates. Merry Starlight to you, lass, and may your sails always be full. Carline Canopy. I hope this letter finds you well, Arya. Tells me that the preparations for this year's Starlight festivities have been more than trying than ever. I regret that I could not lend a hand myself, but watching over the young ones who would follow in your footsteps keeps me occupied as ever. As if that weren't enough, what with the deep chill in the air these days is all I can do to keep Pigaga's gift from freezing and cracking in the cold. It is not an easy or glamorous task, but it is one I would not entrust to any other. No, for though the work may be strenuous, gazing out at the great wheel in the stillness of the falling snow, these moments of tranquility I would not trade for anything in the world. I hope that you too are able to find some measure of quietude and respite amidst the revelry of the Starlight season. So the reason I kind of waited to do this is so that I could just go down the list and not forget which ones I had done or hadn't done. When I heard one of my railers saying that Starlight might be canceled this year, I almost spit out my drink, but later I got word that you were on the job, and I knew at that moment there was no cause for worrying. Of all the adventurers I know, believe me, I know plenty, none understand quite as well as you that there is no deed too small to be meaningful. Least of all the task of warming the hearts of children who find kindness and good cheer all too hard to come by in these trying times. So feel proud, Ariana. You've done right by the realm today. Safe travels, and don't be a stranger! Maelstrom Command. For those of us who have spent most of our lives at sea, the Starlight Celebrations may have not as close to our hearts as it is to others, and yet each year at this time, when I hear the calls of the birds migrating from cooler climes, it gives me cause to reflect. As sailors, we look to the night sky for the guidance of the stars. It is they who show us where we are and who illuminate the path before us. Were it not for these beacons of light, we would be lost at sea and before long find ourselves drowning in the cold depths. This got me to wondering, might it not be said that the smiles you have put on the faces of the children this season serve as a similar role as they brighten the hearts of Eorzeans the realm over and raise their spirits in these times of uncertainty? I, for one, believe so, and for all you have done to that end, you have my thanks. Lotus Stand. How fare you in the preparations for the festivities, my good friend? Firstly, on behalf of all Gridanians, let me express my heartfelt gratitude for your most selfless acts this special season. I've given much thought to the matter of what my fellow seed seers and I might do bring even more joy to the children, and I do believe I have come up with just the idea. You're familiar with the tradition by which children write letters to the spinner containing their most heartfelt wishes to place under the Starlight Tree, yes? I've determined that we will attempt to grant as many of them as is within our power, and have recruited a number of like-minded souls to aid in the cause. In doing so, I hope that this will inspire that many more smiling faces here in Gridania this Starlight season, and that the elementals will smile upon our efforts as well. And finally, Fragrant Chamber. On behalf of all of the Sultan, I commend you on your efforts in saving this year's Starlight Celebration from an uncertain fate. Some would say the snowmen feel out of place here in the Jewel of the Desert, but I have naught but fond memories of being a young girl, spending sleepless nights in anticipation of what the saint would bring me. There are those who have proclaimed that it is base and shameful to engage in revelry at a time when our realm faces such continued hardship. Yeah, I could not disagree more. If we have any hope of leading Eorzea to a brighter future, then it begins with ensuring that every young boy and girl out there looks toward tomorrow with a smile on their face and the confidence that happier days are to come. For all you have done, continue to do, toward this end, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And that's all our letters! Yay! So thank you, thank you, thank you. However, we have a mount to show off real quick. Let's hop outside. And mounts. Fortunately, it just has the basic mount music, but yes, we are actually in a snowman. I'm walking so that the head doesn't come off, but when you actually run, the head comes off. Same with flying, fast movement, but if you're walking, oh look, it's just a flying snowman. So yeah, I had to get this mount before it went away, because I'm very good at doing things on time, right? Yeah. So, thank you all for watching. Happy Starlight Celebration, whatever it might be when this goes out. This was Starlight Celebration 2020. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and thank you all, yeah, seriously, thank you all for watching. That's my thanks to you all. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps her keep being content like this and more. You can find the links for that in the description. Sorry, in the description. I'll have links to me on social media. I did say it's early, and oh my gosh. So yeah, thank you again so much for watching this and all my other videos, if you watch those as well. Thank you so much. This is rinimt signing out. Until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Let's do that properly.